Hey y'all, I wanted to show you the things I got in today and yesterday. Now, Full Moon, I'm sure most of you are aware of Full Moon Entertainment. On their website over 4th of July weekend, they were having a sale, DVD $7. Um, and there was free shipping on them, and anything that you bought actually came with a free bonus documentary DVD. So, I picked up Jess Franco's Jack the Ripper. Now, I've seen this on a multi-pack, which was probably cut, and I know that I like this movie. It's one of the few Jess Franco movies my brother actually likes. You can see the special features on there. Um, Introduction by Delirium magazine editor Chris Alexander. Rare deleted scene, ripping yarn restoring Jack the Ripper. Franco, Bloody Franco, and an audio interview with Jess Franco, and then original theatrical German trailer. So for those of you that don't know about this movie, the inimitable Klaus Kinski from Nosferatu the Vampire, Crawl Space, and Fitzcarraldo assumes the role of the most heinous criminal in modern history, Jack the Ripper. In this explicitly savage, wildly erotic version of the infamous tale from Europe's most notorious filmmaker, Jess Franco, Kinski stars as a sympathetic doctor by day who, when night falls, sheds his skin and stalks the shadowy streets of London as the prostitute-murdering Jack the Ripper, while Scotland Yard races to stop his bloody reign of terror. A young woman launches her own investigation and becomes the Ripper's next target. Produced by Swiss exploitation film legend Erwin C. Dietrich and co-starring Franco's longtime muse, the sensational Lena Romy, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, Jack the Ripper is one of the controversial director's finest films, presented here in lush anamorphic widescreen transfer, freshly struck from a new glorious HD master. Think you've seen Jack the Ripper? Think again. Next, and I have not ever seen this one, but I do, for some reason, like to watch women in prison movies from time to time. Another Jess Franco treat, Barbed Wire Dolls. Now, I like that Full Moon has a wide variety of stuff from Grindhouse and whatnot on their website. Alright. So this one, from the fevered minds of maverick exploitation filmmaker Jess Franco, notorious Swiss genre movie producer Erwin C. Dietrich, comes Barbed Wire Dolls, one of the most outrageous entries in the women in prison film canon. In it, Franco favorite and lifelong muse Lena Romy stars as the wide-eyed Maria, an unfortunate young woman who kills her father, played by Franco, in self-defense, after he attempts to rape her. She is tried, sentenced, and shipped off to what is perhaps the grisliest, greasiest, and most depraved women's penitentiary in screen history, where, at the hands, fingers, and fists of psychotic lesbian warden Monica Swin, she and her fellow inmates are subjected to an endless onslaught of perverse psychological and sexual abuse. Graphic sex, sapphic erotica, copious amounts of female nudity, and often offensively staged scenes of genital humiliation are the order of the day in the sleazy Franco masterpiece that is offset by a romantic, evocative score by composer Peter Baumgartner and Franco regular Daniel White. Not much for special features on this one, though. Audio interview with director Peter Strickland on the films of Jess Franco and a vintage VHS Franco trailer reel. Sorry. This one I picked up. I have seen it in my Video Nasties book. And it's actually not a movie so much as it's a compilation of a lot of movie trailers in the exploitation genre. You see some of the titles that it has. I Spit on Your Grave, Alice in Wonderland, Cinderella, Tunnel Vision, Truck Stop Women, Night of the Living Dead, The Boogeyman, Terminal Island, Bury Me an Angel, The Doberman Gang, Sweet Sugar, Emmanuel Around the World. And this is off Full Moon's Grindhouse collection, which I've picked up a few other titles. It can be kind of hit or miss, in my opinion, so far. Hollywood's Sexiest, Most Violent Movie Moments. Condensing all the sex and violence from a 90-minute film into 3-minute trailer coming attraction with artistry, imagination, and sense of humor often creates a new entity entertaining unto itself. The trailer is invariably better than the picture it represents. The best of sex and violence compresses all the entertaining elements from 40 of the most lurid features of the last decade into one exploitation extravaganza, The ultimate orgy of sex and violence, a non-stop cavalcade of terrific trailers. The best of sex and violence is a mini-marathon of teasing tits and asses stimulating for the masses, kung fu killers and samurai thrillers, jive blacks, maniac attacks, power-packed punches, a monster that crunches, car crashes and sex bashes, women in chains, bikers without brains, machine gun mamas, and death-defying dramas. Every area of exploitation is represented. The various categories are organized and interspersed with hilarious live-action commentary by our resident sociological expert John Carradine, himself a living icon of exploitation films. Sorry about that glare. The cumulative effect of such condensed mayhem creates a bombardment of the series that must be seen to be believed. Special features is just Charles Band's Grindhouse intro, which I believe is probably the same one that's on all of them. And then a Grindhouse featurette, which is probably just trailers for other Grindhouse films. Not really special features. This one is one they've recently released through Full Moon. She's an aged starlet, he's a twisted psycho. Hooray for Hollywood. From what I read, and I think even the back of this says it, it's a little on the side of movies like Whatever Happened to Baby Jane, Who Slew Annie Rue, stuff like that, which can be pretty good movies, really. Hollywood Horror House is the psychotronic slasher version of Sunset Boulevard with a dash of psycho thrown in for good measure. So this one says, by 1970, the once golden age of Hollywood glamour and stardom was tragic last hurrah, represented by the decayed and deteriorated Hollywood sign. In the Hollywood Horror House, we'll go below the sign to a decaying hilltop mansion of a once great star, played by Miriam Hopkins. The fabled Miss Hopkins toasted the town back in the 30s with box office hits like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, and Becky Sharp was an A-list actress and Oscar nominee. Another Oscar winner, Best Supporting Actress 1936, Gail Sondergaard, plays Miss Hopkins' loyal friend and housekeeper who tries to save her friend from the handsome stranger played by the son of acting legend John Garfield. He may be the culprit, littering the land around the Hollywood sign with hacked-up body parts. This hellish time capsule showcasing late 60s, early 70s Hollywood remains an early example of the slasher films which would follow in just a few years. See Miriam Hopkins trapped in a madhouse of hacked-up, blood-spattered bodies, tripped-out drug sequences, murder by electric knives, and a Hollywood Christmas parade with a drunk, out-of-control movie star as its grand marshal. Hollywood Horror House is the last death rattle of the horror hag craze that began with Bette Davis feeding dead rats to Joan Crawford in Whatever Happened to Baby Jane. Just as Betty sang I've Written a Letter to Daddy in that film, listen to Miriam sing the hell out of Taking a Chance on Love. Witness this diminished slice of cinema best described as Motel 6 version of Psycho. You have been warned. Special features, Haunted Hollywood introduced by film historian and author David DeVal. And this is the movie that I got as a bonus. It's a documentary, and I got it for free for ordering on the 4th of July sale. Roger Corman and Charles Band, Kings of Cult, the masters of exploitation cinema, one-on-one. Two legendary filmmakers, 1,000 Mad movies. And this looks like it's going to be pretty good, so I'm looking forward to seeing this. Because, I mean, these two names are definitely synonymous with these type of movies. So, Monsters, Maidens, and Mad Puppets, Roger Corman, the King of Cult Cinema, and Charlie Band, the Prince of the B-Movie. Join veteran genre filmmakers Roger Corman and Charles Band as they take you through their long and storied careers, working on such films as Eat My Dust, Puppet Master, Sharktopus, Reanimator, and many, many more. This truly unique look at exploitation cinema from the perspective of two of the top contributors is a must-see for anyone looking to go a little deeper into the movies they love. Two mavericks of independent genre filmmaking sit down for an intimate discussion about their amazing and diverse bodies of work and their fans and hundreds of legendary performers and artists whose talents they've nurtured and a future of industry they've both dedicated their lives to. From Sharktopus to Puppet Master to Reanimator to Death Race 2000 to Ginger Dead Man to House of Usher and beyond, this is the ultimate masterclass in making strange cinema that matters, starring Roger Corman and Charles Band, of course. Special features rare 2001 Roger Corman interview by William Shatner and Full Moon trailers. Now this movie, I actually won this from Horror Pack. And I'm sure that some of you have seen my horror pack unboxing videos that I put up last month. I plan to do some again this month. This is actually, it's an okay film, but I think it's more of a drama. But they were having a contest, retweet to win, and I actually won this movie, and since I don't hardly ever win anything, I just thought I would include it since I did get it today. I didn't have it already. I believe it had probably been in one of the previous horror packs before I started getting them. For those that don't know what the movie is, from the producers of The Sixth Sense comes the gripping, suspense-filled mystery The Invisible. Nick Powell is a handsome young writer with a future as bright as he is. Then one tragic night he is brutally attacked and left for dead. But he's really not. He's trapped in a ghostly limbo where no one can see or hear him except Annie, the one person who might be able to save him. They must work quickly together to solve the mystery of the murder before it's too late, and Nick's chance to live again is lost forever. HorrorPack.com is the one that has the random packs of movies. You get 4 DVDs, or you'll get 4 Blu-ray for a subscription price, depending on what kind of length of time you plan to do the subscription for as to what you would pay. And I've kind of found the Blu-rays a little more rewarding so far. I think I've gotten about 3 or 4 packs now. Although, this month they're going to have a limited DVD, so I'm looking forward to see what that is. Now, you're probably seeing this on the side here. Model Hunger, which is the new one that is Debbie Rochon's directorial debut. And it stars Lynn Lowry. Some of you may remember her from Shivers, Crazies, I Drink Your Blood. I believe she's also in Cat People. She is playing an aging actress and model in this, and she is a cannibal. Now, I have watched about half of this so far. Some stuff come up, and I didn't get, sadly, to finish the movie yet, but I'm definitely going to watch some more of that tonight. And you can see that I got it signed. Even got my name on there. She actually signed the disc too, but it's actually still my player, so. Now, the back of this says, the directorial debut of horror icon Debbie Rochon is an unsettling, dark-humored critique of the entertainment business, as if John Waters directed the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. New York Crime Radio former model and actress Jenny, Lynn Lowry, has been cast aside by the modeling industry when she was a young woman due to her size and body type. She didn't take the rejection well. When new neighbors Debbie and Sal move in, they begin to notice strange things happening at Jenny's as the list of local missing young women begins to grow, and Jenny shares her culinary delights with all the neighbors. Its special features are director's commentary, deleted scenes, music video, Voltaire interview, Babette bombshell short, trailers, and there's an Easter egg on here, which I have yet to check those special features out, so I can't comment much on them right now. But what I have seen of the movie has been pretty good, and Lynn Lowry, she really amps up her performance in this. Now, I actually got along with it some signed photos and a poster, but since they're kind of curled up, it'd be difficult to hold them down and show them. I did post pictures on Twitter of them. And she signed all of them to me, put some movie lines on them and stuff. She was selling a package. This was also 4th of July, actually. Tweeted about it, and I contacted her, so I got these things signed. And it's my first celebrity autograph, so I was pretty stoked, especially since it's Lynn Lowry, which, those of you who know her, you know, a lot of people really like her, and she's still a great actress, still looks pretty good. So, that's pretty much what I got. A side comment, for those of you who don't know, with Full Moon, they have a streaming service of movies that has a lot of these, like I picked up, that you can stream off their website. $65 for a year, you'll get 6 free titles, and that's Blu-ray or DVD, it doesn't matter. And you'll actually, I don't know if they're still doing it, when I signed up, you get a $50 gift card that you can use on their site as well. So really, it's like you wind up paying $15 for the whole year of streaming, and they have a ton of stuff on there, and it's not just like Puppet Master and the Trancers movies and stuff like that. It actually has things like this. It's got some Blue Underground titles, and I believe there's a few Something Weird video titles on there, but not many. So poke around on there, and it's actually so far been worth paying the price to stream. I'm not going to say it's the best quality streaming, and I don't know that it'll stream through game systems and stuff, but it streams okay on, if I put my laptop hooked to the TV, so you can do it that way. Alright, hope y'all like this, and hope you watch more of my videos. Hope I didn't do too bad.